I don't really have any notes for this. It's been a while since I did a proper channel update or anything, so I figured I should probably just get one done. I always meant to do one for June. Yeah, June and May and whatever came before that. But honestly, things have just been all over the place recently. I don't even know where to begin. Where we start? Let's start with Game Mode 4 because that's going quite well. So for the past few weeks, for July anyway, what I've been doing every Sunday night UTC is I've been live streaming on the server. I've done 2 so far as of this recording, and that's gone pretty well. And then I've been, well, I need to do it for this week, but essentially turning those live streams into episodes, and I also did that for Existence one time, which went reasonably well. So hopefully what I'm going to be doing down the line is just basically live streaming stuff, and from that live stream making an episode. It just makes it a little bit easier for me to find the, I guess, both the time and the motivation a bit for making episodes. Just with how things are at the moment, it's a bit hard for me to prioritise certain things over other things. Hi, I'm Mick Peachpies, by the way, in case you didn't quite catch that. Yeah, so Game Mode 4 and Existence are obviously my two big series. I don't want to prioritise one over the other, but it is probably going to be easier for me to keep that regular content going with Game Mode 4, just doing that weekly scheduled live stream. It's just Sunday night. I don't have a specific time yet. I'd rather not set a specific time at the moment, just as it'll make it a bit easier for me to wake up in the morning, because it is Monday morning for me, which is the start of my weekend, now that I have new hours, which I'll get to in a second. But it's just something I don't really want to push myself to do. Definitely will be Sunday night, which is the Monday morning for me. What time though, it will vary. If I do kind of get a time down the line, it will be properly announced. But yes, coming back to what I said about new hours. So recently my new hours have started at work, which is something I've been talking about for a long time, and it took far too long to happen. But they finally got the new roster done, and did I talk about this? I feel like I've talked about this before, but I can't remember because I don't know what is happening with anything at the moment. But yes, so now I have a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off my time, and then work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So 4 days on, 3 days off. And I want to be able to do a little bit more content creation stuff just every now and again, but I don't want to be prioritising it overly much, as I do want to work on other things, which moves me on to my next point. I am not very happy with how I am at the moment. I've been pretty rough over the past month and a bit. Mentally unstable is the word I've been using. But yeah, so I haven't been in the best headspace. I have been quite depressed recently and have been having a lot of anxiety issues about a few things. But I'm slowly working on changing things, not only for this year, but for next year particularly, because it's got to the point in my life where I've had enough with where I am personally, and I want to move on. As most of you be aware, I've basically been working. I left school early, and I talked a little bit about this in the most recent Existence podcast, which I highly recommend you check out. It's pretty interesting. It's all about school and future and how stuff works in different countries, but I talk a lot about it there. So I left school a year earlier than most people, and then my plan was to work for a year, but now I've been working for over 2 years now, and basically I've had enough of where I am, and it's time for me to move on. Basically none of my friends are at home where I am at the moment, and are down in Dunedin, which I visited a few months back. And at the moment my main goal, I guess, is to find a better position for me down in Dunedin, so I can be with my friends and actually progress myself further, because at the moment I'm just working because that's what I do. I don't particularly want to be working where I am. Not to say I don't enjoy it most of the time, but every day is getting harder and harder to go to work knowing that I'm just wasting my time there. Not to say I don't do a good job. I think I do a fantastic job. Whether or not that gets recognised or not is another question, but it's not where I want to be. And it's really having a toll on me now. It's taking a pretty strong toll on my mental state. But yes, so I believe this is another 4K channel update. Yep, probably is. So you can see all my pretty terrible skin, which is just something I get, genetics and all that good stuff. But oh well, 4K, all the best, fun. Why not make the most of it? But I guess that kind of moves me on to what's happening with my other channel, Life and Times of McPeach Pies. I'm possibly thinking about renaming that just Life and Times of Patrick, which is my real name if you didn't know that. If you didn't know that, leave me a comment. I'm curious to know how many people actually know what my name is. Surely a lot of you know. It's not uncommon knowledge. But anyway, because with July starting, my new hours started, I'm trying so very hard to learn how to use Final Cut Pro X a lot better and progress my skills forward with just general production. I've basically just been filming all sorts of random stuff with my new camera, which I did show off last channel update. And I'm hoping I'm working on just making like weekly kind of documentations of what I do, which isn't usually much, but just as a way to kind of, you know, progress my skills forward. And maybe down the line, what I'm kind of hoping it will turn into is some form of just, not necessarily a vlog, because I don't like the term vlog very much, but just a way to document where I am. Not necessarily as a vlog, because I don't like the word vlog or the term vlog, but just as a way for me to personally kind of document how things are going. And I think most of you would probably be interested. I know a lot of the people I'm closer to would definitely be interested in where I am personally and how it affects different things, especially with this channel. But it would be a nice little learning curve, I think, as well, to kind of go from basically just only doing these kind of one-off projects, which I've really wanted to do, but that's where I'm kind of also a bit stuck with, is balancing up kind of single-off projects and kind of more regular ones. But I think I can balance that if I like start working on a more single project, which I've been wanting to do for a while, but because of just how things have been in real life, it's like, do I feel like making this? Is it really relevant anymore? And then it is, and then it isn't. It's difficult. It's really difficult, but at the moment I really want to push more regular uploads on that channel, not for the sake of uploads, but for the sake of actually practicing that video making, and that would hopefully give me a bit of like a little head start for what I want to do next year, which I'm not going to talk about at the moment because it's pretty up in the air at the moment, apart from just getting away from where I am currently. But just coming back quickly, we're rambling a little bit here now. I just wanted to talk a little bit more about Game of Thrones Existence, two series that I do love doing. Existence is pretty tricky just to get on there and get the time to work on projects, but hopefully I can set up more, kind of just do more random live streams with that, and to be just doing that more. But I also don't want to be pushing things aside to be working on Minecraft related things, just as I'm trying to kind of find out where I sit at the moment in my my personal life. But definitely am loving Game Mode 4 at the moment, and just hoping to get more time on Existence to kind of get things going. It's pretty quiet on there just with everyone at the moment. We've got a new member, Chris Mon. He's pretty awesome. Hopefully he'll stick around. Hopefully I'll get on there with him at some point, and a couple other members, and just have a good time like we do occasionally. But I just want to be able to enjoy that a little bit more. Can't really think of too much more. I'll probably remember something after this, and if I do remember, then I'll probably put it on Twitter. I post all sorts of nonsense on Twitter. I talk a lot about things in the Existence podcast, so definitely, if you like listening to a podcast, then it's not too bad. But yeah, I mean, everything's just pretty up in the air at the moment with me, and I don't really know what's happening. Oh, I should probably mention all my command block modules. Don't count on them being updated, I'll put it that way. It's just a whole lot of work that I honestly can't be bothered doing, because it's so much work for something that I just don't have the same passion for as I used to, and that really just comes down to time. I never fully released all of my modules like I meant to. I intended to release them all for 1.12 again. I only got, I think, 3 out officially. But I am talking with MadCat at the moment about a few things, and he's already got like playhead drops and one player sleeping, for example, that we will be using on the Existence server, and I highly recommend his work for anyone out there looking for a suitable replacement for my modules. As much as I would love to update my modules and continue to keep them available for everyone. It's just not something that I'm currently seeing myself being able to do anytime soon with just where I am with everything else. So definitely go check out MadCat. I'll try link his channel in the description below if I do remember. Otherwise, please do remind me. And yeah, that's definitely what we're going to be using on the existence server come 1.13. Which is going to be a big update. But anyway, I've rambled on for over 10 minutes now, so I'm going to wrap things up here. I just want to say I appreciate you guys all so much with all your support through everything and anything. Definitely does mean the world to me, and it makes all of this worth it. Keeps me going. So thank you guys all so much. But going to wrap things up here now. I'm more than open to any questions that you might have down in the description in the comments or on Twitter or Discord or anything like that. So if you have any questions, please do just feel free to ask away, and I will reply to them as soon as I can. But yes, so thank you guys all so much for everything, and thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.